Hey guys, it's Cindy over paper.old.new. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by and spending time with me. I am looking at putting another idea in our pocket idea book. Like I said before, right now pockets is all I'm really working on. Eventually we'll get into the other books and start doing who knows what. That's the other thing, I have to decide what's going in them. But right now, I wanted to show you, I have gotten started in here. So I've covered this with some paper, and we've glued our first pocket down. So this pocket will fold out so that I can see it, and fold out so that I can see it. And we have our first pocket in our idea book. I haven't done any of the writing or anything. I don't figure I'll do that on camera. So the next time I bring it back, it might have some writing in it. And this is... so we've gotten this started. We've got a good little first page going. Today, I want to make this. Now, I'm going to be honest. There's got to be a way to be able to make it from the other side. Maybe it has to do with which way I flip the paper. This is a triple pocket, right? So it goes here, here, and here, right? And then, of course, however you choose to glue it down, it could be a fourth pocket, or a tuck or something. So these are what we're going to make. I have seen these in several places, and I had a lot of fun making this one. As you can tell by the paper, this one I made specifically for one of the projects we're working on. So this will go into a specific book. But I thought we would... try a couple of things and see how they come out. I'm going to try doing one with this botanical paper. This is 8.5 by 11. I'm pretty sure 8.5 by 11. Yeah, 8.5 by 11 scrapbook paper, right? Okay, so the one thing I will say with this one is you may want to be careful on your orientation just because it has words and plants. It's directional. So obviously, the less directional your paper, the easier this is as far as turning and twisting and making it go in different directions. See, because that's upside down. So I'm probably going to go this way with it to keep everything right side up. Okay, like that. And we'll do this one in this direction. So I'm going to fold down. I've got a nice big white piece of paper there. I'm going to fold down, right? And then this one will have some of the botanical stuff on it, which you can keep to decorate this pocket. You can keep it folded this way, or you can fold it internally. That's all up to you. So we're going to fold that way. And then for this one... again, we're going to fold it under itself for now, just to show the pocket. Try to make them the same width and fold that down. Okay, now, you have a couple of options here. The flaps do not have to go on the outside of the pocket, right? So if I want to, when I unfold this to glue it, the idea would be to glue all these triangles down so that they're not in your way. But you don't have to glue them to the outside of the pocket where they're visible. If I would rather have the botanicals out on the pocket, I can glue this in this way, right? And then I don't have a triangle on the outside of my pocket. And in this case, I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to glue this. We're going to glue this triangle down. I know which way I want to glue two of them. The middle one is my odd man out, and what we'll do is we'll fold it and unfold it again. We'll fold it up after we get the two I know which way I'm going to glue. We get those folded, and we'll fold the other one up, or we'll fold it up and we'll see which way we like it, in or out. Okay, so that's that. This one has part of this ad on it, first of all. Second of all, I don't necessarily want more white. I don't want to cover up more botanical with the white, even though I think the botanical is going to be upside down on the pocket, but I'd rather upside down botanical than white with advertising words from the purchase of the paper. Shoot, I'm getting glue all over my mat again. This is how the mat ends up looking funky. See, there's ink on it and everything else. And you got to be careful what you clean it with because you'll strip the white off. And then I got no dots or lines to measure by. Okay, so this goes like this and this goes like that. All right. Now, I've got these two trees coming together kind of weird. This is white. I might actually fold this one backwards and have a white stripe there. So this one will go back like this. So as you can see, this does not have to be double-sided paper. That one that I showed you as my example was double-sided paper because that's what I happen to be using. It's all from the same scrapbook pad that I'm using to do the Victorian photo album journal that we're working on in the Pick a Projects. That scrapbook paper is all from one pad. So that's what's being used on there. Oops. These wipes, when they dry out, they don't wipe the glue off so much as they leave fuzzies in it. Okay, so I got glue. Sorry, guys. I want to get that off of there because I think that's going to show. Okay. Put my pin up there so I don't lose it. All right, now let's fold our pocket back up. So it goes like that and it goes like that. Yeah, that's okay. I like that. This is upside down, but again, the major part of it is not. So I'm okay with it. Now, the other thing you have to decide is whether or not you want to decorate with any ink or anything before you glue all of this down. I might ink the edges green. Let's see. I have this kind of foresty green, rustic wilderness. So let's ink this edge along here. And we'll ink this edge along here. And what I might do is I'm losing these brushes left and right. These things, I'm missing one. I also have book page down here, which I want to use. One side, the other, it's somewhere. Okay, I want to get that lightened up a little bit. And then we're going to take this and we're going to... There. Oh, I love that. Okay, now let's ink this edge. That's going to be inside. And we'll ink out here. And then we'll do the green cloudy thing. Like that. Yeah. Guys, I like that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do all our glue spots. So you're going to glue along this edge here. Fold it up. Right. Okay. And then we're going to flip this over. You're going to glue along this edge. Can you see what I'm doing? You're going to glue along this edge, the short edge, before you fold it in half again. You're gluing to the inside of this short edge and along the bottom. And we're going to do more of these bases so that we can get a few made, and then hopefully we'll be able to decorate one or two. And then we're going to, yikes, glue along this small edge. Now for this pocket here, if you wanted to leave that totally open as a tuck, you could. I'm okay not, so we're just going to go ahead and close the whole thing off. All right, and there you have it. Now, if anything doesn't line up along this edge, be careful if you have to trim, only because that's the edge of your pocket. If you trim off what you just glued down, obviously you're going to have an opening. You'll just have to re-glue it. But so just be, because mine wasn't even down there at the bottom for some reason. Okay, and then we just, I like the green ink. I think it tied everything in together. All right, and then we have our pocket, our pocket, our pocket, and then whatever you want to do in the back. Okay, so we'll set that one up here. I had this one with the pumpkins, which I really like. I am probably going to do the same pattern on all of them as far as, sorry, I was putting the green away. I don't know that I'll use it on this one. I'm not going to use the green on every one, but I probably will use something. Okay, so again, I'm going to have white on the back of this, but since we have a way to treat it, I'm not upset about it. Okay, so we're going to fold down, and this time I think we'll go this way. Oh, that's upside down. I've got to go this way, and then we'll flip it over. Again, this is directional paper, so I'm trying to be conscious of which direction my pumpkins are going. On the major bottom part is where I want it to be right side up. This little strip in here is going to be upside down. I mean, you're folding directional paper, you're going to have some upside down spots. And in this case, you can either hide them by folding the white over it, or you can let them show. All right, so again, we're going to fold this piece all the way down. Like so. We're going to fold the next piece. You don't have to tuck it under if you know you're going to be reversing the fold. It might make it easier to keep it straight if you don't tuck it under. Okay, so we're going to do that with that one, and then we're going to do the same with this last one. Keep it about the same width. Make it straight. Fold it over. Okay, and then I've got my 3 folds. And now we're going to open it up and glue them. Okay, so when you open it up, you got 2 on that side and 1 on this side, and we're going to reverse that. So I'm flipping this one around, and I'm going to fold it in. I also like the alternating pattern, because normally when you folded the pattern on the diagonal and you've got the straight up and down part and you've got them like right next to each other, it looks weird to me because they don't match up. It's like having the same pattern next to itself but crooked or backwards or something. It just doesn't look right to me. So I would rather have the white in between, or the whatever color I end up inking this with. I might actually do orange. I have, what is it, Rusty Hinge, which comes out very orange. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with the other. So we're going to reverse this fold into here and glue it down. Hopefully, if I do enough of these, you will catch on to what I'm doing, even if I'm being confusing about it. I apologize if I am being confusing about it. That's not my intent. My daughter sometimes says, when I'm doing, because I homeschool her, she sometimes says that she doesn't understand the way I explain it. So I apologize if I'm being confusing. Okay, in this last fold, again, we don't want these words, so we're going to flip this to the inside. But all I'm doing is for appearance's sake on the completed pocket, my choice is to reverse all my folds. Let's see, on this one, did I? I did not reverse them all on this one. I reversed the top two, and I kept this one the same. But you see what I mean? How these stripes go this way and these stripes go that way? So, okay, now we're going to fold our pocket up, and that's what we have. I like it with the stripe. See, this rusty hinge is kind of a brighter orange than I was expecting, especially based on the outside. I feel like it's brighter than it's... and when you put it on paper, it's really bright orange. But, so we'll get a decent edge, and then we'll do the okay, and then we'll do this. Ooh, that's a strong one. Okay, let's open this up. Okay, and we'll do, wait, this corner. Okay, so we fold it, and that's what we get. I like it. Okay, nice. All right, let's glue it. So again, we're going to open it all the way up. This is our, in the stack, oh no. I keep doing that and getting ink all over things because I open them up onto open ink pads. Okay, on the stack, this is the backmost pocket. So we're going to put this one closed, and all we have to do is down that one line because the fold will close it on the other. So all you have to do glue is that one line, and then you can close this piece of paper. I suppose if you wanted to, you could go ahead and glue this little one. You just have to make sure not to put glue all the way up. Just glue the little one. Okay, and then on this one, we're going to, so we got that closed. All right, so that's our back pocket. Now we're going to close the second pocket, or the middle pocket. Okay, so we're going to do along the side, and this is where we're going to close the bottom of the fold. Okay, so we're going to close that over like that. Okay. Get that all closed up. Okay, and then the last thing we need to do is this little guy right here to close the front pocket. Okay, and there we have it. I like it. I like how these are coming out. Now, see, I was going to do this big elaborate thing where we tried to cover the backs of the paper, cover it. And I don't know if I'll still do it with this, the big one that I have set off to the side here. We'll have to see how much time we have. Okay, so again, one more time. See if we can get this so that I'm not overly confusing. One more time. We're going to fold up. This does have some directionality. The flowers are, whether or not you mind flowers going one way or the other, but there's words behind them. So more than likely I will flip it. This is right side up. So we're going to fold it this way. And we'll crease that. And I think for this one, what have we got? We've got two going this way. I did do two in that direction, didn't I? All right, then we'll do this one this way. All right, so we need to fold this down. I'm straightening it up along this edge. Oh, okay. So we're going to fold that down. Uh-oh. That's going to make that exposed. All right, we might have to cover one of them. Okay. And then this one. Okay. Okay, so this is going to flip in here. This is going to go out, which means we're going to have to cover up a little bit here. And this one's going to go in. I might actually make those. I might actually make that a little wider. And then we'll make this one a little wider. I folded those really narrow. I didn't like it. So we're going to make these a little wider. I don't think the fold will hurt. The extra fold in there will hurt anything. Okay, so let's glue all these down. And we'll address that. I've talked about, the possibility of covering the paper. So you don't see the white side. And what that was going to look like was me taking two pieces of paper and gluing them back to back. What I decided was that's not really necessary because you only see white on two of the areas. So you're going to see white here. So really the only thing I need to cover if I want white not to be seen is this square and this square, or these two rectangles. So what we're going to do is, hang on just a second, we're going to find something that I like with this paper. Give me just a second here. What if I did this? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so if these are 8.5 by 11, this is 4 1/4, right? First of all, let's cut it in half. 8.5 by 11. I need it to be 5 1/2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/2. Okay, so we are going to do like that. All right. And then we are going, the design on here is making me think that's crooked. I don't think it's crooked, but I apologize if you can hear the screaming upstairs in my living room once again. Okay, these are 8.5, so I'm looking for 4 1/4. Should be the midpoint. And I might cut it just shy of 4 1/4, just so it doesn't interfere with any folding. Although this is just coffee dyed copy paper, it shouldn't be a problem. The two edges I want it to meet, because I seem to have cut it short, are that one and that one. Everything else is going to get covered up. Don't care. So let's go ahead and glue this on the back of here. And the reason I want to cover the two squares is so that everything's even and smooth. I don't have to worry about any edges lifting up. I don't have to worry about like in the middle of the pocket. If I just stuck a strip here, I don't have to worry about anything catching or anything like that. So I'm wasting the minimum amount that I think is necessary. I don't want to call it wasting. That's probably not the best term. I'm using the minimum amount I think is necessary, and then I still save the other two pieces of this piece of paper to back journaling cards or whatever. So, yeah. And I suppose actually what I could do is cut off the corner and not glue up there. But I went ahead and put the glue down now, so I don't want to have to worry about cleaning it up. So we're just going to put this down. That'll be a thought for the next time I do it. And what I would probably do is lay it down on there, fold it with the piece of paper, cut it off, and then line it up to that slanted edge. Or just glue it down and then fold the edge and cut it off. Okay. So that's that one, and then we're going to do this one. Again, we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4, just inside the quarter. Okay, and we're going to put this up here. Right on there like that. So this is kind of decorating. We've seen a couple of different ways that you can decorate the white on a piece of paper that you're doing this with that isn't double-sided. So if nothing else, we got that accomplished. Obviously, there are multiple... I mean, you could decoupage napkin to these corners. You could napkin, tissue paper. You could paint them. You could coffee dye the sheet of paper first or brush coffee on them. I mean, there's a whole host of things that we do to cover the white side of the piece of paper. But this was one of the things that I had thought about doing already, so I, might as well give it a shot. I should have cut that off of there. The only reason I say that is because those burnt edges always curl, and it's almost impossible to get them to knot. Luckily, it's at the very bottom of the pocket, so hopefully that will be okay. All right, now, where were we? Let's glue this down, right? We've reversed our folds. Yeah, we reversed our folds, so let's glue this down. And then because I have two, however you're doing this, usually the big and the little opposite each other are on the same side of the paper. Usually. I mean, all that's going to depend on your own personal preference for design, but okay, and I moved this out a little bit, so, and I don't have to worry about those edges because that's not going to be seen. So we're going to glue this down, and the other nice thing about this is this pocket is well reinforced. Don't have to worry about okay. Put that down, make that fold sharp. All right, now let's fold up our pocket. So it goes this way. It's too long. You know what? It's also not seen. So what we're going to do is trim it right up in here like this. Without cutting our fold out. Look, I got rid of the burnt edge after all. Okay. Try that again. Fold it up, fold it over, and there we go. A nice little pocket, no white background to cover. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and glue our pocket down then. So in this particular case, we are going to glue. We're going to do it a little more efficiently this time. What I was talking about before was you could glue this long edge. Before we fold this paper in half again, you can glue this long edge and you can glue this short edge. Oops. You glue this short edge. Okay? And then you can fold the pocket in half. And then we get this edge closed. Get that edge closed. And we get this edge closed. This little edge. Okay. Like that. And then the only thing we have to do is close this and glue it. And we're done. And I'm going to get this nice and done. Because it looks like I got some overhang here. Make sure I didn't cut anything open, and I did not. Okay. So we're gluing here. And here. And we're closing our fold. Getting rid of all of our excess glue. And there's another one. So pocket, pocket, pocket. And the top could use a trim. And since that's not really going to hurt anything, I'm going to go ahead and trim it. When I say hurt anything, there's nothing to open up. So like if I trim a little bit off up here, it's not going to open a pocket. I just want to trim it off because there we go. All nice and even now. And there you have it. All right, so that's two different ways that we can cover the white on these pockets. Now, what I was talking about with the 8.5, I mean the 9.5, 9.25, 9.25 by 12 is what I said, right? Okay, so what we are going to do is I want to make one out of this and I want to back it with this. So that goes this way. Okay, so we're going to take off, we're going to make this 9.25 was my ratio. 9.25 by 12. So we are going to, I need my big ruler. Nine is going to take me to 27.25. Okay. I can hear my kids up there and they're making a ton of noise. So I'm really sorry if they're extra noisy. I love this paper. I don't know if Hobby Lobby still has any, but I love it. That's where I got it. Okay. Now, so this is our paper. Okay, so we're going to fold this in half. We're going to try and decide how we want to do this because I might want to cover more than one. I'm looking, it's covered in flowers. And the flowers go in all different directions. Like those look upside down, these look right side up, that looks right side up. See, right side up, possibly upside down. I mean, it's a flower bush. But there's words behind it, which is giving me my guidance on right side up. Okay. And I think I'll fold this side. All right, so we're going to go down like this. Okay, we're making our folds again, down like that. Again, this is going to make it so that this one, if I tuck this back, is upside down. Okay, so now we have to decide what we want to do as far as covering our bases. The reason I said I might want to leave this out this time is because I have something to decorate the back with. And I'm kind of wanting to let that show. So let me open this up. I'm going to fold this one back. And I'm going to fold this one back. Because those two... Let's fold it back up and make sure we got what we wanted. Yes, because I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to cover this, and I was going to cover this, but that's going to be two covered together. So sometimes it just works out that way. But we're going to do it. Okay, you ready? I don't need to cover the inside of this. I need to cover this. And I know what I want to do it with. So I might just cover the inside to make it easy. All right, we're going to glue this down. I might glue both of these ones down. So I'm going to glue this one down. Because this one, nothing's being done to this one. We're not covering this one. That goes down. Okay. This one's going to get covered, but this time we're going to take that triangle off. Okay. And let's make sure we have this right. This is 6 inches from edge to fold. So I'm going to cut it just shy of 6 inches. And we're going to cut it to 4 3/4 maybe, and see how we do. All right, and what do I want to put on here? I think we'll do this. All right, I'm lining up down here. We're going to go 6 inches. We're going to cut just to one side of 6 inches. Nope, big ruler. 18 to 24 is 6 inches. We're going to cut just inside that 6 inch mark. That looks way too wide. Oh, I needed to be 6 inches tall. Guys. Okay, 6 inches tall. And just over a half. So we're going to cut it right to this side of the half mark. And I'm going to have this weird little strip because I wasn't paying attention. So I have this. We have that. And we have this. Okay. We want this to be just under 6 inches tall. So right here. No, you guys probably get tired of watching me measure things. It's the only way I can't do it if I don't measure. That's just how I function, I guess. Okay, I can always cut off extra over here, right? Because we're going to trim anyway. So let's get our book page, put this down. So these all depend on, obviously if you have double-sided paper, they don't have to be that elaborate. These all kind of depend on how elaborate you want to get with your covering of your white. Because obviously most of what I'm doing right now is unnecessary. I don't have to do it this way. I can do it like I did the others with the ink. And it's fine that way. As a matter of fact, I really like it that way. Bone folder's hiding from me. So that is definitely, something that I will keep in mind when I'm making these, because I actually like how that turned out a lot. Getting a matching color from the paper and just kind of... Now, where I'm going to run into trouble is when I don't have any matching colors. in my ink. And that's when I will resort to this method, which I am also pleased with how it's turning out. This just takes a little longer to make the pocket because you've got these extra steps in here. It's not just folding and gluing. But I like these pockets. This is one of those pockets, like I said, we're doing this idea book, and this is one of those pockets that I would make a bunch of, and there we go. See, I think that looks really nice with this paper, right? So yeah. But this is the kind of stuff that I would make a bunch of these and keep them and hold on to them. So this is a definite keeper. Let me see. Yeah, I want the stamp. Okay, so let's glue this piece in here. That way we use it. Okay. I want to do just like that. And I can cut that top off. And you'll still be able to tell it's like stamped. I hope. I hope that wasn't too far up. Oh, it's too far over. I have to fix it in the decorating. Isn't that what we always say? Daggone it. I don't normally decorate that corner too much because I don't want anything to interfere with something going into that pocket. So we'll have to see how that goes. All right, let me cut this piece off. And we'll see what it looks like. Okay, see? Yeah, and you get the postage idea. Okay, so far so good. I'm liking it. Now, my option, of course, is to just stop there and do this. And I'm kind of thinking I might, because what I could do is cut, I want this. And I could always cut that out and glue it on there. It doesn't have to be. Let's see what happens. We're going to run into the realm of decorating here a little bit, guys. And it is off the side of the scrapbook paper, so this is going to have to be off to the side of the pocket because it's flat on that one edge. Oh, wait. Don't want this. Okay, so it would sit like that. Yeah. See? I like that. Okay, and I think I'll clip the corners. Okay, and we'll use, this is just Vintage Photo. The generic go-to, right? I just mean I'm not using a specific color on this one. Okay. And I don't want it to overlap the pocket, but at the same token, I'm trying not to cover up the roses down here. It was the whole reason I opened it back up again. All right. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay. I haven't even glued the pocket together yet. You know what? Before I glue the pocket together, we can trim it. We're going to trim it down this side, and then we're going to trim it across the top. I want to use this. This will be easier to get through all the layers with. Sometimes the roller doesn't pull through where it's supposed to. All right, that gets rid of my white that I was going to be having a problem with. And, or the crooked, you know, the crooked spot, gets rid of that. White paper peeking out of there. Okay, and that is that. And there we have it. Now, I keep saying there we have it like we're done. I haven't. we're going to fold this down. I'm going to see if I've got some of my lace and stuff down there that we could put on here just for fun. All right, so we're doing the short. Again, we're doing the short under the front pocket and the long on the back pocket. And we're going to glue these together. All right, so up they go. That's down, that's down. Okay, and then we're going to glue. Again, we're going along this side. Only because I always go along my shorter side, because if I go along the long side, I don't know how high to go. And it's just easier. Okay, and then we go down. Okay, and there it is. I love these. These are so cool. Okay, I'm so excited to put one of these in my book. It won't be this one because this one's really pretty, and I'm sure there will be a journal that it will go really well in. So I'm not going to put that one in my book. I think this lace would go great, and I think I just want a piece of it. Actually, I'm going to take this top part off, I think. It will tear, so I'm just going to tear it down a little ways and cut it. Oops. Okay, so now we have this, and I want to scrunch it up underneath this rose. And I usually scrunch with my hot glue. So we're going to start here. And we're going to put this in it. And we're going to scrunch it in there. Pinch, pull, pinch, pull, pinch, pull. Nice and scrunchy. Okay. We'll do a little more. I like the way these scrunchy lace looks. What I don't like is the hot glue coming through and sticking to my fingernails. Drives me bonkers. Can't get anything done that way. And then forever I am taking hot glue up. These acrylic nails, hot glue sticks to them real good. In case you wanted to know. That didn't get scrunched as much as I wanted it to. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna, do we want to go up the side? That might be fun. Okay, hold on. We're gonna round a corner here. Why not, right? All right. Okay, so let's push that down all the way around there. I like the way this lace is practically, I mean, that's almost blends in. It's almost the same color. So that's like really cool. I like that. All right, what else are we going to do? Let me see. I guess the best one is going to be the white. I'm going to end up using these white pearls up in no time. I have to get more. I don't remember where I got them. I can't remember if these were Dollar Tree pearls or... My only issue with them is how small they are and how difficult they are to handle, especially if I just want to do one. Or I just want to put one little pearl on something. It's hard. Okay. There we go. Okay, I like how that turned out. All right, so we decorated one, guys. Okay, so this is what we did today. We made these little triple pockets. We looked at a couple of different ways that you could... this one was with double-sided paper, and the one I showed you when I came on. So as you can see, double-sided paper is a good option. And then when you don't have double-sided paper, there's always ink. I think these turned out really cute. They'll get decorated when I use them, probably. And then this one, where we had some spots where inking wouldn't work, mostly because of the branding or the price cluster on the back of the scrapbook paper that they print back there, would have shown through the ink. So we covered with a coffee dyed paper. And I think that turned out really cute too. So... and then here, of course, we did the scrapbook paper. This was the 9 1/4 by 12, and we covered some spots and decorated the pocket. So I hope you guys like these pockets. One of these will definitely be going in my idea book. It might be this one. One of these will definitely be going in my idea book. Okay, it won't go on this page. So it's either going to go on the inside cover, which I could do that. I don't know if I want to attach anything to the inside cover. I am going to cover this. I'm going to make it look nice. I mean, it is going to be something that I keep. So I am going to try and make it look nice for me to go through and look at and get ideas from and all that kind of good stuff. So I will more than likely cover this piece of paper, like this page, like I did this page, and then we will stick this down on here, and I'll find something else to put here, another small pocket that we do or something. I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and maybe if you were wanting to start an idea book of your own and weren't really sure where to start, I wasn't either. You can start with me and work on a pocketbook, and we will go from there. So I will see you guys in the next crafting video. Bye-bye.